Good evening, everyone. We will have a very brief and informative discussion here with some famous personages. So if you could all come outside and gather around this remarkable Sheriff's Museum. I'm going to begin. I am Count Augustin Host. And I am the founder of Buena Vista Winery in 1857, bought in 1850. I was the first sheriff of San Diego County.
Hey!
I am overjoyed to be here again tonight to return to San Diego. I had come from Hungary in 1840 to America with a dream to make great European wine in America. I first settled in Wisconsin. It was too cold for my grapevines. In 1848, gold was discovered. In 1849, I joined a wagon train and came all the way here to San Diego. I planted vineyards, and I was elected the first sheriff of San Diego on April 1st, 1850. I received 107 votes. My opponent only 47 votes.
Woo!
A very nice plurality, I would say. My business partner, Juan Bandini, and I formed the very first stagecoach line, omnibus line, from La Playa to La Plaza. And I loved the evenings here in San Diego. Just in the last few moments, it began to get cooler as the breeze came off the ocean. I remember this from all that time. Well, in 1851, I was elected to the state legislature and went to San Francisco. And then I found the perfect wine valley upon the earth, the Sonoma Valley, and my winery began in 1857. Wonderful wine made. By 1865, I had 500 acres of grapevines, producing over 100,000 cases of wine. I will not go into detail the sad story of the crocodile in Nicaragua. Which many of you sheriffs know, but I will simply say that California is a wonderful place. And although it was difficult being the sheriff, much of my time was spent explaining to the drunks just a few blocks from here that they must stop shooting off their pistols in the streets or someone will be hit. And then I would be forced to throw all of them into the Huskow. Well, I have returned because of a remarkable man named Jean-Charles Boisset, ladies and gentlemen. And I am happy to announce that we are bringing forth a new wine. A wine as bold and powerful as those who wear the legendary badge. It is called Legendary Badge. It is a blend of Petit Syrah, Cabernet Merlot, Zinfandel, and Mourvedre. Oh, it is so delicious. I hope you all have a chance to taste some. And today, everyone who is here may receive this remarkable bottle, which is only $40 for 20% off for a $32 price per bottle. We will ship it directly from our winery to your home. And you may have this bottle, Legendary Badge, as a commemorative piece, and the wine is absolutely delicious. And now, I am more than happy to introduce to you Karen Kilpack, the Director of Corporate Relations for the National Sheriff's Association. Karen.
Bravo!
Thank you, everyone. Boy, how do you follow that? Jeez, I tell you. As the Count said, I'm with the National Sheriff's Association, and I have the privilege and honor of meeting the Count this past June in Charlotte, North Carolina for our annual conference. And I have to say that their booth was the most popular one. I don't know if it was the wine samples or what, but it had lines coming out, I'll tell you. The winery has graciously become a partner with us, and they are donating some of the proceeds from the wine to this wonderful establishment to maintain it, as well as to the National Sheriff's Association Educational Fund. So making it short and sweet, with that I must say, from the sheriff's standpoint, now, drink up and cheers.
And now I would like to introduce a great honor for the actual Sheriff of San Diego County, the 29th Sheriff, Sheriff William Gore.
Thank you. It's finally nice to meet the Count, finally, after hearing so much about him over the years. Unlike the Count, who came to California with a passion to make wine, I came back to San Diego with a passion to drink wine. So I think we have a lot in common. This is going to work, a great partnership here. I have a quick summary of the 27 sheriffs, their history that came between the two of us, so I hope everybody's comfortable. I got a glass of wine. I'm just kidding. I'm really not going to recap the last 27. But I would like to thank Jean-Charles, and thank you for your generosity, for donating some of the proceeds to this wonderful museum here that's owned and sponsored by the Honorary Deputy Sheriff's Association. Thanks to HDSA for all you do to keep this place up and running and keeping the history of the San Diego Sheriff's Department alive. I have to say, one of my first going away parties back in 1997 for a law enforcement officer here, I was not with the Sheriff's Department then. The undersheriff of the county, Jack Drown, got up and he gave a bottle of Buena Vista wine away as a going away gift. I'm thinking, what the hell is he giving a bottle of wine away to this going of retiring chief? Well, then he went into the story of the first sheriff of San Diego County and how he founded the winery industry in California, Buena Vista, in 1857. So obviously our histories are intertwined, and I thank you very much for what you're doing to keep our history alive here in San Diego. And with that, I will turn it back to my predecessor, the first sheriff. And thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff William Gore. And last, the man who brought me back to life just a short while ago, a man of whom nothing is impossible, the remarkable Jean-Charles Boisset.
Well, what an honor it is to be between the first sheriff of San Diego and the 29th sheriff of San Diego. This is emotional. Why it is even more emotional, both sheriffs, I need to give you a confidence. The first gift I got as a little French boy being raised in the countryside of Burgundy was a kit from my grandparents on both sides of two lovely plastic guns and the beautiful sheriff star. And that was actually the first pistols and the last pistols I've ever worn on my belt. But I still have them today, 41 years later. And I need to tell you how proud and honored I am to be here with you, because, you know, the symbol of the sheriff around the world is extremely powerful. And not only powerful because it carries, obviously, the community and all what the community needs within the sheriff, but the symbol of the West, the symbol of America, and really that Western sense of dreams. So it has been really a great pleasure as we acquired Buena Vista, which had been my dream as well since the age of 11, to be able, a few months ago, to come back here in this museum. I knew that the Count had built the jail, and the first jail in San Diego right here. So I was with a colleague of mine. It was 11 a.m. The museum was not yet open, but the door was kind of open. So Mary Lee, very kindly, on top of the balcony here, said, well, please come in. And this is a great opportunity, obviously, to salute Mary Lee and her team, because they were so welcoming and so fantastic. Thank you so much, Mary Lee. And she said, well, come in and please tour the museum. I proceeded to explain to her that I had bought my dream winery, Buena Vista, in Sonoma, and I had to see the print and the fingerprints of the Count on those walls. So she kindly showed us on the balcony the whole history of the sheriffs. And I said to her, would you be so kind if we collaborate together and really build a great program to honor all the people with a badge in America who are really the defendant of democracy and what we all live by. And she said, by all means, it would be great. What do you have in mind? And I said, well, we have a wine in mind that we want to launch. And we had created the wines. We had not yet completed the name. And we said, the goal of this wine is to have something spectacular in the glass, and as you drink it, you think about all the people who support and help our communities. And here we created the legendary badge, and we said, well, Mary Lee, we really want to help your museum. This is a fabulous place. This is one of the first mission, obviously, of California, which is as well very symbolic. Let's do something together. And she said, great. In addition to that, you may want to meet the National Sheriff Association, which we were so thrilled, obviously, to have Karen on the telephone, who was very open to say, we would love to have you. And we would love to have you part of our association as a sponsor, and of course come to our convention, which we did a few months ago. So this is really an honor and at the same time a privilege that we've been welcomed as Buena Vista to be able to help the sheriffs, the under-sheriffs, and all the people wearing a badge. So you need to know today that the wines which carry the famous star, on every bottle of wine, the proceeds, a big portion of the proceeds of the sale go towards two very important actions. One, to defend the heritage, and Sheriff, as you said, the history and the identity of this amazing museum. And the other part will go to the National Sheriff Association and the 3,100 offices I think you have around the country who are really maintaining order, discipline, and of course, inspiration and aspiration to all of us. So we are very pleased to remit you a little bit of a check to start today, naturally. And this is the beginning of a very long partnership, collaboration, and we hope that people, of course, collect the sheriff from the limited edition to all the wines and help us to support the people we admire the most. So thank you for all what you do and your volunteers and everyone who makes America the best place to be around the planet. Thank you. So maybe that's a good way to get a kiss from Mary Lee.
Thank you all for coming. There is lots of wine, not just legendary badge, but some delicious Chardonnay. We have other wines from our remarkable winery. Please enjoy yourselves.
And we may want to bring back a French tradition as well, as we always close our toasts and key historical moment by having everybody put their hands up. If your hands are free, of course. This is a very historical message, all the way from the country who admires you the most and the longest lasting friends, France. So, 1, 2, 3.
La 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 la.